Can you guys hear me at the back? Yes? No? At least some people should listen, right? Okay. So I'm not going to really talk a lot about what we do because it's after lunch, and I would just like to tell you a small little story which has impacted my life a lot. So one day, I was smiling, standing next to a pillar in a building. And the reason? There were so many women in front of me, wearing colored clothes, beautiful dresses, very nice outfits. And I didn't realize that I was standing there and smiling next to this pillar, looking at all these people, until another girl walked up to me and she said, "Hey, are you okay? You're standing alone, but you're smiling." I said, "Yeah, I'm just so happy to see so many women." And then I got this weird look from her, which I cannot forget for my whole life. And I realized that I have to explain myself. And it was that, oh, I think I better explain myself. I'm just smiling because I've never seen so many girls in front of me because I was coming from a boys' college. So I was at IIT learning engineering, and there were like 10 girls in a batch of 300. And in my class, we were 2 girls and 40 boys. So I never really did see much color. It was some shades of blue, black, gray, and white that I would see every day. So what I saw in front of me really intrigued me and made me feel happy, like 2 years is going to be so much fun, right? So this memory and a lot of such similar memories over the next 15 years after passing out of NIFT that I had working at Levi's, and rolling out technology, building the brand in India, building product and marketing for the brand in India, and then going to Singapore, rolling out technology again across 14 countries. This is what made me kind of build the product that we have today. And it is called Canvas. Hi everyone, I'm Anu from Slicer, and Canvas is our hero product. And what does Canvas do? It basically does what you see on the screen here. It helps you visualize your data, visualize your products. It makes you understand what's working, what's not working. And I would like to today just take 5 minutes to explain what a very large company is doing with it. So for those of you who follow the State of Fashion report, this is made by McKinsey, Business of Fashion every year. And they basically lay out the top 10 trends which are going to affect businesses. And a lot of business owners and leaders actually follow this quite diligently because it tells them what's happening around the world, what are the things to focus on, and then also align their own strategies along with it. So one of the customers that we are working with is actually doing a lot of things right. It's the Jaspal Group in Thailand. They have over 29 brands. So if anybody here has been to Thailand and you would have possibly shopped at one of their brands, which is CCOO or Jaspal or Lin or Melissa or Lin Around, or maybe some of the international brands. And they have beautiful products, and they are growing like anything. During COVID, after COVID, they're just like opening stores in the region, across Asia Pac, in many countries. And what are they doing? So they're focusing, based on the report, like there are 3 main areas that the McKinsey report asks us to focus on. One is on the global economy, like what is it that we should do and look at regional sales and growth. Second is consumer shift. So consumers have become a lot, conscious about what they are going to support, how they are going to buy. Everything is moving not only out of retail into online retail, but now they're also looking at online retail, trying in store, mixing and doing a hybrid purchasing behavior. And then the third one is building the whole fashion system. So looking at where can we get supplies from. So if you remember, just a couple of years ago, everybody had this issue about like suddenly you were in your own region, in your own home, in your own colony, in your own country, and your supplies would not be able to come so fast. In fact, the rate of shipping became so huge that it ate into margins heavily from a lot of people. So this is what they are doing right now, a few focus areas that they have, which is focusing on cross-border growth, having a very, very strong product focus, doing what a D2C company would do, except that they are physical retail and also direct to consumer. So building on the product, getting into the marketing, and lastly, but not the least, this is one of the most important things, which is strengthening the supply operations. So how does Canvas help? It helps them put controls. It helps them do product innovation. It helps the entire company stay on the same page on what's happening. It also helps them to be flexible, because when you're, as many of you would understand, when you're growing, right, you have a lot of new product categories, a lot of new product types, a lot of new fabrics, designs, and especially for fast fashion brands, that is something like it's their bread and butter. It's not the core products, it's the fashion products. So what they have done is that they have rolled out Canvas company-wide. So earlier they had 4 different business units working in their own silos. Everybody had their own way, their own Excel sheets, their own shared drives, or maybe not at all. But now, all of the working divisions are together on one platform. So they're not only leveraging within their team, but they're also leveraging across the 4 business units, right? So they have deployed a standard product structure, which is very difficult to do, as you can imagine, with 29 brands. Within one brand, it was so difficult to, get a simple hierarchy alignment between the leadership. But across 29 brands, they have been able to do that. They have been able to automate a lot of their stuff and calculations, their margins, their costing, their landed costs for so many countries. Their suppliers are from all over the world. And they are selling in 7 countries. And for every product, they need to have costing simulations. So a lot of algorithms have been put in, and in fact, we were just laughing the other day. We were doing a training, and then suddenly there was a whole group of girls, and they were giggling and laughing. And we asked them, what happened? I said, oh, we just have to press a button. Is that it? And then everything gets populated, all the costing gets done, all the margin gets done, based on the very, very many rules that are there in the business. So I think what I just wanted to stress over here is that as you're scaling and growing, you need to put your business onto a standard platform, onto some standard practices, so that you can just focus on the growth and not on the intricacies of how every merchandiser wants to do the line build up separately in his own way or her own way. So Canvas really helps with all of this and much more. So from this, there's not a large crowd here, but I have just one ask of you. Can I make a request for the people who are here? Are you listening to me? Can I make a request? Okay, so since there are only about 20 people here, please tell them to look for Slicer. If you know that they need a product which will help them to know what's working in their line, what's not working, how can they get more efficient, how can they get rid of all the redundant processes that they do manually, loading one Excel sheet, adding pictures to PowerPoints, and so on and so forth. Please tell them to come look for me. My name is Anupama Singal. The company name is Slicer, and Canvas is our hero product. Thank you.